Hey, what's up, everybody? And I'm here with another video about the Farm Boy Luke. As you can see, that is my Hong Kong version, which is on the left, and my Taiwan version, which is on the right. And the Taiwan version I just bought from Rebel Base. And if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. We went to Rebel Base Comics in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I came across this toy hunting. I was able to swap out my beater Taiwan with this Taiwan, so it's a little bit better shape than the other one. And right now, the mail truck is making its rounds around the neighborhood. And I actually just ordered the 1977 China version, which is the stamp on the back of the other Farm Boy Luke. It just says 1977 China. So I didn't know that there was a China one. I just learned recently that there was another Luke Farm Boy out there that had the marking with the China on it. So I'm waiting for that to come in the mail, and I'm going to add it with these guys. I also just want to give a shout out to Old Plastic, who has subscribed to our channel. If you guys are into the Farm Boy Luke, go check out his channel. He has a really big collection of Farm Boy Lukes, and they are amazing. And I got to tell you, when you focus on one thing, you can really make it happen. And after I get done adding the 1977 China Farm Boy Luke into this collection here, I want to get a brown hair Farm Boy Luke. And I know there's so many different variants of that. And speaking of which, Old Plastic has a lot of those variants. So it's really interesting. I just want to get one so I can add it with this and have a small little group of Farm Boy Lukes that are all different. I mean, for instance, you can tell that the Taiwan here, the legs are a lot more darker than the Hong Kong. I actually was correct about that because my other one was so faded and old, I couldn't really tell. Now, this one that I came across recently, the legs on it are amazing, and I can tell I can tell the difference, and that's crazy that it really is darker. So that's pretty neat. And I just want to say thank you to Old Plastic for subscribing to our channel. We subscribe back to you, and you have an amazing collection. The package has arrived, and Ewok doesn't really do online shopping for Star Wars, or there's no joy in that for her, and I understand. On the other hand, I kind of get bored here once in a while and see figures pop up here and there, and sometimes they're just a really good deal. People just want to get rid of them, and sometimes I get them cheap, but there are consequences to it. I know the back of his head, some of his hair is not really there, but the face on this thing, as far as I know, is just it's in good shape. So we're gonna pop this open and see what this figure looks like. So you guys can see how it's bagged, and I unwrapped it with the bubble wrap. So the saber, it does come with the saber. It is an original saber, but the tip is broke. I'll most likely find another one off eBay, but I'll stick that in him. And as far as I can see right now, which I'll pull it out the bag here in a second, it's just little spots around his head. So it's pretty cool. Thought it was a lot more than that. So right here we have some lettering to identify this to be a real lightsaber. So I believe that's EE or MM. And here we are with the close look of the figure in the sunlight. He is very white. His hair is really clean. There's tiny little spots on his head, like I said. So, but on the bottom it says China. So that's awesome, right there, China. That's why I bought this mainly because it says that on here. There are some spots on his feet and legs, but that's okay. It's mainly on the back. But he's really clean overall for this figure that I found on eBay. And his hand has one little spot there. Yeah. And then the other one looks pretty good. So that's a plus. The belt looks pretty good. Torso's good. The limbs are tight. The head's tight. See, there is one little spot right there. There's another one on the back. It's kind of hard to see on camera. In person, you can see it. There's one right there on the hairline. But this action figure is pretty cool to add to the collection of Farm Boy Lukes. Overall, I love this figure. So I gave you guys a close look of the figure in the sun with the direct sunlight, and This is what it looks like sitting next to these guys. So we got the China one all the way to the left, and we have Hong Kong in the middle, and we have Taiwan at the end. Their legs are all different. The colors are all different. None of them match. So that's actually really interesting. It looks like the China one has more of a yellowish tan look to it rather than like a dark or a light tan look. So that's pretty interesting. But yes, this is what I have accomplished on my Luke Farm Boy collection. So once I get the brown haired Luke Farm Boy, I will just leave it at that. I don't plan on collecting other variants, but I do support you guys out there that have those big collections. That's it's a lot of work and a lot of room and a lot of space that you need to have. So may the force be with you guys. Take care of my Star Wars friends.